Chris Roberts here for Fight Up TV. Enjoyed my Matchroom CEO Frank Smith. How's things?
Yeah, very good, mate. Very good. Yourself?
Not too bad. Just staying off camera then, doing plenty of travelling. So where have we been?
Fresh off a plane from Tijuana, Mexico. Did our first show, Matchroom Boxing Mexico. Entertaining, great place.
Yeah.
Ever been?
No.
You should try it. Tijuana's different.
Whereabouts is that exactly?
It's bang on the border of San Diego. So you fly in. Well, we flew into San Diego, crossed the border, and then came back from San Diego this morning.
I'm going to get slaughtered for that because this is an American channel and people are going to be
and
like,
you don't know where it is.
Fucking definitely should know where that is.
Exactly.
No.
It's because he's British. Apologies.
So obviously we're at the Anti-Joshua press conference, UK leg. What's your sort of initial response of it really today compared to what we've seen in New York?
Yeah, look, I think they had their fiery start. You know what it's like with Joshua. He's always been respectful. He's never thrown a punch, never pushed anyone, never. And I think Jarrell did what he did at the first one, but it was much more. There's still enough there.
Yeah,
there's still enough there to make a story.
Do you think like he was maybe like saying this to Adam before, Adam Smith? Do you think he maybe sort of an afterthought? Obviously, his initial reaction when the push happened, he was quite cool, quite relaxed. It was all good. Do you think kind of there's an afterthought, when you're coming home, of like this guy sort of pushed me, I need to respond, because he seemed a little bit more on edge than usual today. Than he previously has been at press conferences.
I think, as always, he's just one of those people. He's going to do his talking in the ring. He'll get in there on the night and do what he needs to do. I think everything else before that is just it's never been what he's about. So it's not going to change now. What
can Miller do realistically in this fight to beat AJ?
You just look at him. Just look at the size of him. He's in there with someone 300 odd pounds who's going to weigh down on him, push him back. And Joshua's got to be top of his game, top of his fitness. For a big guy, Jarrell's got a good work rate, and he shows in his previous fights that he can go into those later rounds as well. So Josh's got to be at the top of his game, and he knows it.
But he's been there, done that now, hasn't he?
Exactly.
Other than being in New York.
Yeah.
It's a ring, isn't it? At the end of the day, he's been there and done that.
That's to him. He's been in the biggest out of most boxers in the world at any period. He's been in there and he's had that pressure on his shoulders. That 90,000 at Wembley when he got put down by Klitschko, gets back up, wins by stoppage. Then he goes and does 80,000 again, 80,000 again, 90,000 again at Wembley. That doesn't bother him.
Yeah.
He gets in there, and like you say, a ring's a ring. He'll get in there, he'll do his job.
And I know obviously AJ's been over to America, New York before. What's kind of his almost his reputation, his profile like to the man on the street over there currently? I've maybe seen a change last week. Obviously he was on a couple of radio shows, freestyle and rap, and I think it went down an absolute storm. How are you kind of seeing his profile change? And I suppose the goal has got to be to emulate what he's got here over there. Yeah,
that's the whole point of weeks like we had last week. He's done it over a period of time, but now he's really, until he fights there like he's doing now, it's going to be hard to become a superstar in America. But now he's taking that step. He's going to America. He's fighting an American in his backyard. We broke the pre-sale at Madison Square Gardens, the mecca of boxing for AJ. So he's got a name, but don't get me wrong, he needs work, and that's why he's putting this work in to get his face out there. It's been since the Olympics, it's been a 7-year journey for him in the UK to get to where he is. But we're lucky we've got partners in DAZN, in MSG, in the US, not just Sky. Sky do what they do, but heavily UK-based business. But these guys are investing to grow his profile, along with his sponsors, Under Armour, Beats, etc. So he's going to become a superstar out there just like he is here. When ideally would you have, I know, kind of not quite backed into a corner, but almost backed into a corner in terms of options. When ideally would you have liked to have took them, introduced them to America? When was sort of the ideal sort of time frame? I think now's a good time. He's come off the back of, like we say, 4 stadium shows, 3 or 4 sellout O2 and Manchester Arena shows. The guy's sold over 400,000 tickets. He's the biggest star in boxing. So now is his chance. He's done what he's done in the UK. It's the right time for him to go to the US. I think any earlier probably would have been, I think he's delivered for the UK fans, and now he's got to go and grow the brand out there. So I think it's perfect timing. From a business perspective, obviously booking the April date at Wembley, obviously some financial pressure. The company is supposed to make that happen. Is that a huge financial burden to cancel a Wembley date? Because I can't imagine it's not that you're cancelling a
function suite for an engagement party, is it? You know, it's a...
Yeah, look, we're lucky we have a good relationship with Wembley. We've delivered 3 huge shows there now, and we'll continue to do so. They're a great partner of ours. They've been very good in this instance, in what's happened here. You know, the truth is, if we can't deliver the right fight, the Miller fight makes more sense in the US than it does in the UK, because it's the right time for him to go to the US. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, as everyone knows, we wanted to do a show in April in the UK at Wembley, but for whatever reasons, the certain fights we looked to do didn't happen. Yeah. So, you know, but Wembley have been great with us, you know, because they see we've got a long-term partnership. It's not just one show. I think they've still got Spurs there at the minute as well. So you know, there's other factors in there as well. But you know, we'll continue to work with Wembley throughout the years, and you know, especially we're going to work with them to do a few bits this year, maybe away from shows themselves. So it's all good.
Thanks, Smith. Thanks for talking to Fight Up TV. All the best.
Thanks for having me.
Come on.
Learn your geography about America.